Welcome back to Business Class. Today on the pod, I've actually got two guests, hence why I'm sat all the way over here. I feel like I want to be sat in the middle, but I think it's a bit, I'd be craning my neck too much.
Bit like,
it's a bit too close, so I feel like
and then it's like
better.
one way and then the next way.
Yeah, I feel like it's better to sit here.
Yeah.
So today on the pod, we have Heather Bowling and Megan Jones, who are two of the most successful young entrepreneurs in the UK. Do we own that? Do we own that statement?
We own that statement.
Yes, I love that. Okay, so their brand continues to sell out and break records. Heather is one of the UK's biggest influencers with a following of over 1.5 million that she built while studying at university. Correct. Don't know how you did that. We just talk about ADHD. That's probably how. She joined forces with the powerhouse that is Megan, who you already had a very successful business. So I feel like you had the knowledge there, correct?
Yeah.
Would you say?
Yeah.
We still learn every day.
We still learn every single day.
And then you figured out how to turn online fame into a real life success, all whilst building it in your 20s, which is crazy because we're basically still babies and fresh out the womb,
100%.
which is insane. So I feel like the first place that I obviously want to start, that I feel like a lot of people probably don't know, is how you met and how this business came to be. So one of us take us away with that story, if you will.
I had a very wrinkly forehead. I needed Botox. And I went to Boss Babes Aesthetics when I was 18. It was October 2022.
Yeah.
And I was telling Megan about how I've run like social media for brands, and you mentioned that you were needing a social media manager, and then Christmas Day she messaged me and she was like, can you run my socials?
Well, no, honestly, I was in Cape Verde, right? I went to a conference and P. Louise spoke there and she was like, you need to get on TikTok. And I was thinking, right, I've got a service business, like how do I get on TikTok because I don't have a product?
Yeah.
And then Heather came up on my FYP and I was like, I swear that's my client. And I clicked on you had 60k and you was running like a 10 brands account. And I thought, I'll just message her and ask her.
Yeah.
So on Christmas Day.
Imagine if you had messaged someone else though.
I know, but on Christmas Day I messaged her. I was like, hey girl.
Merry
She says I
Christmas.
didn't say Happy Christmas, but I definitely did.
Like straight
She
to the
definitely
point.
did.
I know, yeah. Hi babe, do you want to run my social just on there? Make it quick.
Merry Christmas, have a great day.
Yeah, literally.
So yeah, I used to wear that tunic, didn't
I got
and
a
do
result.
like aesthetic
Content.
yeah.
And
Like
people thought
pretend
she
you
was
were
an
an
aesthetics practitioner,
Yeah.
didn't they?
Well, didn't you say some girls would go to the clinic and be like, oh, is Heather not the injector here?
Yeah.
You're like, I
No.
can't take credit for that, I'm sorry.
No.
I was an 18-year-old girl.
Yeah.
So then how did the conversation, so did you start off as friends? Like, do you have that relationship where you've been friends or like business friends?
I feel like business friends. I feel like because Heather technically worked for me.
Yeah.
She would do my content, and then one day I was listening to a podcast, and it just really inspired me. And I'd noticed that so many girls always commented on Heather's lashes about how long they were, and obviously I'd used lash serums before as well.
Yeah.
And they contain prostaglandins, which obviously gave you the dark under eyes and made you like eyeline red and things like that.
Yeah.
So I just had a light bulb moment and I
Gap
rang
in the
Heather
market.
straight away
Gap in the
and I was like, Heather, I was like, why don't we make a lash serum brand? You can be the face of it.
Yeah.
And then Heather was like, yeah, why not? And then literally by the next day, I'd fucking got a logo together, everything.
That's mad.
All these
night.
presentations, I was like,
Yeah, literally I was there like, right, this. And she was
she's
like, yeah.
serious.
And then literally like, it's crazy because it's like, it was just such, but I feel like I'm very impulsive like that. And I feel like in business, especially when starting businesses, it's the best way to be because when you think about things too long, you think of all the bad things and all the things that shouldn't happen and then you don't do it and you just think about it where it's like, if you just take action and just do something about it straight away, like you've already done it and then you already learn all the things you need to know and make all the mistakes before. Do you know what I mean?
Best
So it's
people
like,
think fast, don't they?
yeah, it's like I don't even think about stuff, I just do. And then you learn by doing. Do you know what I mean? Like you don't learn by 6 months sat there twiddling your thumbs thinking, oh, should I do this? But should I do it this way? No, just literally run with one idea and then you can like change it later on and just develop it. And that's what we do. We've had about three.
Yeah,
we've had about
changed
3
loads.
business names since the very start.
Lash CEO by Boss Babes, by Boss Babes,
By babes. Yeah. But we're sticking
Just
with
got
by
shorter
babes
and
now.
shorter.
Yeah.
What made
Be
it,
babes
what
next time
was
you
like
see us.
the final decision, like this is the one? Like when did it feel right? Like that was the right name?
Originally we did Lash CEO by Boss Babes because obviously it was my clinic and with Heather, so we wanted something combined.
Yeah.
And
That
then,
was the product name last
Yeah.
year.
but then we
Yeah,
decided
yeah.
that's too long, so we went to
Yeah.
buy Boss Babes, and then we had a situation with a certain somebody who was like, you can't use the word boss in your...
Take a wild guess.
You can't use the word boss in your stuff. Obviously, that was a very stressful time. Like, it was awful. I was literally crying, like, what else do we call it? I've run out of options. Do you know what I mean?
It feels like embarrassing to be like, let's start again, or like, we have to change everything. Like, it's a big thing.
I wasn't even embarrassed. It was more like, for me, I felt like it was my identity.
Yeah,
Because I've had Boss Babes aesthetics forever. People call me like Boss Babes. Like, that's like my nickname for people who know
my
me.
friends call them Megan Boss Babes.
Do you know what I mean?
And even my Instagram handle, like, ethos as a brand as well, isn't it? So we had a bit of a funeral for it. But I actually prefer Bye Babes.
No, I prefer it. Like, everything happens for a reason. It looks so much better on the packaging, and it's just
not
it's
too
just
much
better.
of a mouthful.
Yeah, it's just better, isn't it?
Yeah.
So how is it like navigating a relationship where you're working essentially like with a friend? Like, how do you have difficult conversations and like more business conversations? Like, how do you like navigate that?
I feel like we both have our roles in the business. Do you know what I mean? So we both have our roles, and I feel like we're both we're very similar, I feel like. And I feel like that's why we work, because we've got the same sort of, like, we've got the same values.
Yeah.
And we both, I don't know, we are just very similar. Like, we're both ourselves and we own it. So I feel like our communication style is similar as well. Do you know what I mean? And like, we're not like bitchy or like arguey.
Yeah.
Arguey.
Even when there's times when it's tense, which of course there is, like especially a social media brand.
Yeah, 100%.
It's always like communicated properly.
Yeah.
There's no snarkiness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you've got the same goal, haven't you? Like, you both want it to do well, and it's like everyone makes mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes.
Yeah, everybody has those days.
I just have to quote that. But like, it's the same with like me working like with family. Like, they mess up, but you know they've got the best intentions, so you're not going to be like, oh, what have you done that for? And like have a massive argument with them.
It's one of those as well. It's just like, how do you move on from the situation? Do you know what I mean? It's like, you can't hold grudges. It's just about like telling somebody about it and then just accepting that it's done and then move past it. Do you know what I mean? And always just looking forward and not back.
What's it like having, so like, I feel now that when influencers or celebrities bring out a brand, everyone almost goes, oh, obviously they'd bring out a brand, you know, obviously it's going to do well. But I feel like you guys have like pushed past that and like really proved that it's like, it's not just doing well because of Heather. Like everyone has unreal results from it. So like, do you feel like you've got different pressures than another business might have because you've essentially like, you've got Heather as the face of it? Like, it might be that we were just saying before, like if something goes wrong, it's Heather's fault. Like, how do you navigate that? Like having a successful personal brand, but a successful business as well?
So when we started it, I was nowhere near.
You had 100K when we started.
I was like, I've always had the brand.
Yeah.
So I don't think it was like, oh, another
I
brand.
really like that. I feel like part of the reason that you got bigger,
it grew me and I grew the business.
You had a brand.
Yeah.
So we kind of like grew each other, and it kind of became my like our university student and business owner. Do you know what I mean? They kind of pushed each other. For my personal brand, I would go and do a lot of things that would get me exposure for the brand. Like after locked in, the sales just went.
Wow, I bet.
So there was like, I try and do a lot of things like that. Even sometimes I don't want to really.
Yeah.
Like I've got management as well. I've got an agent who'll push me to like go on podcasts, go to events, do like talks, places that helps with my personal brand and like positions me as someone in education and business. So I try and stay in that field for the brand as well. And what was the other question about was it backlash?
Yeah, so like, you know, if someone's had a problem with the product and it's like, I've just tried Heather's brand, or you know, it comes back to you. It's like almost the same like with my personal brand. If there's a problem with my business, it's my fault, even though it might be one of my team members' fault. Like, how do you navigate that?
The only thing I can think of was that viral TikTok ages ago where there was this girl and she didn't say what it was, but she put as the caption, it's the first brand you think of when you think of viral lash serum. And all the comments said Heather Bowling. And there was one comment that said, Heather just sticks her face on anything and people will buy it.
Wow.
But then her caption kind of gave us a bit of an ego boost.
Yeah.
I thought, do you know what? Like, she's giving it like bad publicity, but the fact that the caption says the first thing you think of viral lash brand, I thought, all right.
Yeah.
You're a fan.
And this was ages ago as well, wasn't it?
Ages ago,
But I feel like as well on that point, I feel like obviously at first it's very hard, but I feel like obviously I do a lot in my power to try and make sure that absolutely everything we do, we think of everything and how it can affect Heather, because it's very important for us that Heather doesn't get the backlash.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So,
very
like,
forward thinking.
We are very like think outside the box of every possible scenario which could potentially go back on Heather, and we make sure that we do our best to try and prevent anything. And obviously we can't always prevent everything, so sometimes things might happen, but I feel like we are in a position where like it's one of those where what can you do? Like you can't please everybody. Some people are always going to be like that, and that's not something that we can change. It's just a them problem at the end of the day. And that's just life.
It is scary when you see these TikTok brands that have a very big face and a name behind it. So like Mitchell, P. Louise, Pink Honey, Odd Muse. And it feels like every other month, these huge successful brands are the pinnacle of criticism for a good week. And I just think, like, it's great having a face and a name behind the brand, because I think people are invested and people love seeing stuff like that and like like their journeys of how they built the business. But it's dangerous.
It's
like,
terrifying.
if something goes, can I swear?
You can swear.
If something goes tits up, fucked. And
It's
whenever I see
terrifying.
another TikTok brand cancelled on my For You page, I always think,
you're like, when's it me? When's it coming?
Hopefully never, because I feel like even with Heather as well, like she is very much like, no, we can't do that because of this. Do you know what I mean? So it is very, we are very considerate, and we do think a lot about the things that we put out there and how people might take it, just from as well, like what we've learned about other people's situations. Obviously it's not good at all when people get cancelled, but I feel like as a business owner, it teaches you the things that people will pick out, and it teaches you what to look out for, so that you can kind of think, okay, so like everyone's kind of found that issue with that, let's make sure that we're really careful about that, and we
everyone learns from everyone.
So I think it is very good sometimes to be like on social and look at every other business and stuff, because it makes you socially aware. Because I think when you're just working all day, because I'm not usually on social media a lot, so it's like you're working all day, you don't think about that kind of stuff, but when you're involved in it, you see the things, which makes you so much more aware, and it makes you more careful with how you like want to be perceived. Do you know what I mean?
And how do you both deal with like being young in business? Like, do you feel like you get a lot of preconceptions?
100%, but I love it, because I
you
just
prove
think,
them wrong, don't
especially
you?
with men as well. Like,
you went to that conference the other week.
But people, especially because I'm blonde hair, I'm not gonna lie, I don't speak very formal. I come across very ditzy, and I'm very clumsy. But I'm always like, you can perceive me how you want, because I know that like I'm good. Like I've got it in me. I know what I'm capable of. So it doesn't affect me how you perceive me. If you want to perceive me like that, that puts me ahead, because you're like not threatened by me. Not that people should be threatened by me. But like in a situation, it's like they underestimate my power and what I can actually do and what I'm capable of. So I don't mind it. Like sometimes it's a bit annoying, so I'm like, fuck's sake. But then equally, I'm just like, no. Do you know what I mean? And the amount of people that try and chat shit to you when they're trying to sell you the service and stuff, and it's like, you don't know what I know, honey. Do you know what I mean? Like, you have no idea the knowledge that's up here. Like I might be young and I might be blonde and I might come across as stupid and I might be like, oh,
but I'm just a girl.
Yeah, literally. But you have no idea what I actually know. So it's like pipe down.
Yeah, and you two have had access to like insane conversations, insane experiences that other people haven't. Like I've been reading Mel Robbins' Let Them book recently, because I'm like,
oh my god,
I got it tattooed on me.
Just let them.
I literally was like, I need to just let people.
Yeah, literally. If they want to hate, let them.
Oh, let them. So I was reading this bit about where she was saying that, because I feel like basically, because I've been in business for a while, and like you guys, I've had experiences where most people our age wouldn't have had these experiences and chatted to these people. So sometimes when I don't understand why someone's behaving the way they are, Mel Robbins was saying that like what like tiny percentage of people our age have had access to that. So like, of course you're going to think differently, because they've not like learned and evolved the same way that you have.
I think that's as well the great thing about having a business. Like my favorite part of having a business is the self-development. So it's like in business, you can't get to a level unless up here you're at a level. So it's like for you to level up in your business, you have to level up here first, and it's all your mindset. So I feel like the further along in business you get, like the bigger and the better your mindset gets, which I feel like when you're in control of your mind and you have a really good mindset and you work on it, it just makes you feel so powerful and like unstoppable, because you're like, no matter what happens around me, like I know that I'm good and I know where I'm headed, and it's like tunnel vision, because it's like everything can happen around you. People can say what they want to say.
Yeah.
But it's like, my mind is good. Like, I've done the work. So it's like, it doesn't actually matter. Do you know what I mean?
And who our age has really done that already?
No.
Like, we're all very wise beyond our years. I feel like I'm like 45 in my head.
No, literally
Me
too.
Like a child's body
I couldn't
still.
believe when you said you were 25.
Do you think I was younger or older?
Older. Not because you look it, but because...
Yeah, a lot of people say
because
that.
of the way you're dressed and like your
demeanour.
tone of...
Yeah. I feel like it just ages you. Like, I
No,
feel
it
like
does.
the stress and the conversations and managing a team as
I
well.
can't
Like,
have normal conversations really anymore.
no, especially
Do you know what I
people
mean?
our age. It's rare because you just sit with people and it's like, did you see that so and so said this? And you just like, I've really got bigger fish to fry than this. I can't be having this conversation. How do you guys find managing a team and working with people, like being basically the same age that we are? Like, do you feel like that's still an ongoing learning curve sort of thing?
There's a mix of ages, really.
Yeah.
Is
team.
there?
I feel like it is quite difficult sometimes because I feel like it's you don't know what you're doing and it's just like you're winging it, and sometimes you can feel very overwhelmed and like you're not good enough to be someone's manager, and like not even that you're not good enough, more just like you don't know what you're doing and you feel bad because you should be managing people better. Do you know what I mean? And I always want to make sure that people in the workplace are really happy and they enjoy coming to work and they feel like they're getting success out of their role as well and they're growing as a person. So I feel like sometimes like I'm not sure sometimes like how to manage people, and I think, but realistically then you just got to think, I'm 25 years old, I've never had a proper job, like I'm not supposed to know what to do, and by the time I'm 30 I'll know way much more than what I know now,
and that's still so young as well.
And it's fun just learning. I love learning stuff every day, to be honest. I'm such a nerd, like I just love learning.
Such a nerd.
Just give me a book, I'll
I'm not
read
like
it.
most girls, I'm such a nerd.
I'm such a nerd. I'm not like most girls. That's giving pick
I love
me.
to read. I always say that to my partner. I'm like, oh, I'm not like most girls. I love to have my nose in a book rather than like be out drinking.
Yeah, literally. I'm not a club girl. I'm just a bookworm.
I'm not a club girl because I try and balance both. Like, I think it's nice to go out and like relax and like let your hair down a bit. But I feel like when you have got such big responsibilities, like I bet now it's different for you, Heather, because you know, if you are out, like, do you ever feel like
act like a freak anymore?
Yeah, because you're like, that girl's looking at me, she knows me, she's gonna video me.
Yeah, I did on Friday, to be fair. Oh, I painted the towel.
Sometimes
red.
you've got to be a freak.
I went to Peaky Blinders bar, but I get dead nervous going out now, so I'll always pre-buy myself whilst I'm doing my makeup. And I had the best night ever. I went to Peaky Blinders bar and there weren't that many young people in there. It was full of old people, so I could just let loose.
Yeah, you're like, you don't know me.
Now you've got to be careful, you know, like it sounds daft, like, or influencer, but especially in Manchester where it's all very like quite close.
Everyone knows everyone in Manchester.
I'd never do what she does, honestly.
Compared to London. Yeah. Manchester's very like everyone just knows someone, or
everyone knows
everyone's
everyone.
got the phones out.
Yeah.
And if you think you get bad anxiety, try doing it.
You're like, have I done anything to upset anyone? Have I like ruined my business overnight? Does it give you more pressure, this? And does it give you more, like, does it make you feel more almost introverted a bit, where you're like, oh, I don't really know what
introverted.
I feel like as well being, I don't know if you feel like this, I don't think we've ever actually discussed this, but I feel like as well, having a business partner, it's like even more pressure for me, because it's like, I don't want to let Heather down.
Yeah.
That's how
So
I
like,
feel.
When
That's
I'm
why
doing
I'm
my roles
so...
in the business, it's like, oh my God, like, I don't want to let Heather down with the work that I do. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why I need to be so careful with how I'm perceived now, and not saying the wrong thing.
Because the smallest of things is taken out of context.
Not only would it affect me, but it'd also affect Megan.
And like your well-being and like how you live and like the money
everything.
You make, it's scary.
And I feel like when I first started TikTok as well, I was very controversial.
Yeah.
And I spoke my mind, and it's annoying.
I think that's how you grow, though.
Yeah, I know, and that's like the annoying thing about it.
Your mind, but it's very like you just reword it in a different way. Maybe.
Yeah, it's just more sugar coated, and it's annoying because I feel like that's how I grew an audience and how I grew a community of girls that actually wanted to listen to what I had to say. And now it's like with a brand, you've got to kind of sacrifice that. Yeah. Obviously, I still put my 2 pence in every now and then. Yeah. But just not as much as I used to, but that's a sacrifice you've got to make when you've got a brand and a reputation, and also someone else's well-being.
Yeah, it's a huge responsibility. What do you think so far? She's always looking out for you. What do you think so far has been the hardest thing that you've both been through together? Maybe business-wise. Can say personal, but maybe business-wise.
I feel like for me, there's just a lot. I feel like because we've grown so quickly, like it's not even like like, obviously I've had a business for 6 years, but I feel like with this, because it's grown so quickly, it's meant that like I don't have time to learn things at a normal rate. Like it's literally gone pew.
Yeah.
So it's like, and because I'm such a risk taker, and I'm literally like, no, let's not double the sales from last year, let's times them by 5 or times them by 10.
Yeah.
And because I put that huge pressure on myself, it's like, what was I saying? That's my
ADHD. That's ADHD brain for you. It's like
what was the question again?
I can't even remember what the question is, but I'm just going to go off what you were saying. I think what has happened is your business has basically grown in basically a couple of years what most businesses would do in 20 years. You're cramming it in.
Yeah, so it's like I've constantly got to do crash courses all the time and like different areas of business, like, right, got to learn how to do this, got to learn how to do that. And I think that's so hard because it's constantly like, I'm constantly feeling overwhelmed, but obviously it's a good place to be because pressure creates diamonds. Yeah. So it's great.
Love that.
I know, I'm just full of fucking quotes. Me, it's the books.
I mean, I feel like
the mistakes that we made are like obviously normal mistakes, but the mistakes that most businesses would make when they weren't doing that great. Yeah. Because we went from here to here. Like, I'd say the worst one was when we were sold out for 4 months during that brand trip.
Wow. Yeah, that was a lot. That was heavy.
Because it's still, like, hangs a bit, like, I think because I'd been on, it was when I had that surge in following, didn't I? My views were, like, my engagement was insane, and everyone was talking about my lash serum as well.
We had no stock.
We had no stock for 4 months. It was when we went on the brand trip as well, and we were like, the whole time we were like, we'd be selling so much. Like, but it meant that we kind of got this reputation on TikTok as the serum that was always sold out. And
everyone wants it.
It was gold dust. You couldn't get your hands on it. Yeah. And I think that actually
it did
benefited us a bit looking back. But
as
obviously,
much as it was frustrating, I was pulling my hair out.
Yeah.
No. We could be making money. But I suppose you weren't losing money. You just could be making more from it.
And to be fair,
going to competitors that I was thinking of.
I feel like looking back, it was good because it meant that we could prepare and plan. Do you know what I mean? Like sometimes it is good to just have a minute, because when things grow so quickly, like I said, you just get so overwhelmed. And like back what you were saying earlier about like work-life balance and like going out, like I'm like, how often on weekends do I work? Like I work all weekend. Like she'll message me, I'm just like, just in the office. Like I literally work every single day. Like I'll sit in my building on a Saturday night, like everyone's drinking, I'm just there working.
It's like a drug addiction, isn't it?
But I just love it. It gives me purpose. It gives me a reason to wake up in the morning. And I think people who don't understand are like, oh, you need to chill, girl. Like you need to chill. But I'm like, but this is me chilled. Yeah. Like as psychotic as that might be. Like I enjoy this, and like it makes me feel so good, and it makes me feel productive. It makes me feel like I'm on my shit, and there's no better feeling than feeling like the best version of you. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like it's great.
What's been so far a moment that you've both had where you've been like, this is just doing insane? Like maybe like, you know, actually seeing real life stuff.
I feel like it was when we went back in stock that time and we sold out in like 6 hours, and I just saw it and I was like, oh my fucking God, because obviously like I've had some businesses before. I used to have a boutique, Boss Babes Boutique, lol. Yeah. Just the Boss Babes name carried on. But I've had businesses before, and obviously I've seen like how hard it is in business, especially when you don't have that influence. So it's like when you combine the two together, it's like, oh my God, like I knew we were sitting on gold. Like I remember when I said to Heather that time, I had a business coach. I remember saying to my business coach, I've got a good feeling about this. Like I have a good feeling. Like I know this is it. Yeah. Like I just knew. And then it's like when that happened, I was like, oh my God, like it was just life changing. Do you know what I mean? It's just crazy to think that all this time that you've spent learning and developing, and then you like take an opportunity and take action on it, and then all of a sudden things start to happen after like 5 years of like grafting and sacrificing. Yeah. Like it feels unreal.
What's it like seeing, you know, like people in real life who are like, I've used your lash serum and it's amazing. Like have you done many like events like that where people have been there?
Yeah, we do loads of community events.
Yeah, we've got one on Saturday actually in
London. Does it ever sink in, and you're like, oh, this is just the new normal, or do you have moments where you're like, this is still insane?
For me, it's like the new normal now. Like, whenever girls come up to me, they go, look at my lashes, look at my lashes, I love the lash serum. And I'm like, I love that. But I was going to say then about like a moment where I thought, whoa, was when I realised that people, because obviously originally we dropped, was it 300? 500, and I had a community that bought it with no before and after results, really. No like trust. Yeah, they all bought it because I had that community. Yeah. But now people buy that lash serum and they have no idea that I'm tied to it. Yeah. It's just its own.
entity
separate from me.
Yeah.
And that was when I was like, oh, we've made it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like, it's not
a boss babe moment, if you will.
like people do, like there's a lot of people who buy that have no idea who I am.
Yeah.
They have no idea who me and Megan are.
It is crazy, isn't it? Because some people come to the business and then find out who you are after, and then other people come to business through Heather and find the business. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like it works both ways.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
If you had to go back to like younger Heather and Megan and be like, this is just the one piece of advice I'd give you now before you start this business, what do you think it would be?
For me, I would say know your numbers.
Yeah.
That would be mine. I don't know, like, I just think...
What does that mean, know your numbers? Phone numbers?
No, like, finance-wise. Like, know your
P&L.
numbers. Like, yeah. So know that side of stuff and know... And just to never stop, no matter how many mistakes that you make, don't let that affect how big you think. Because I think sometimes when you make mistakes and, like, financially it becomes difficult, it makes you not want to take big risks again. But actually, like, you have to put that pressure on yourself to enable yourself to grow.
Yeah.
And I feel like knowing your numbers makes you feel so in control financially. Like, if you know your numbers, everything will be okay. Like, my dad's always said to me, you should know your numbers more than any accountants do. Like, you need to be telling accountants what to do. Like, they should be telling you. You should be telling them. Yeah. And that's, like, stuck with me so much. So it's like now, like, I'm on it. Like, I understand everything. Yeah. And it just makes life so much easier because a lot of the times, especially when you start, you're not supposed to know. No. You just wing it. And then it's like, winging it is great, but then it also can end up getting you in shit. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, it becomes difficult. But I'd say know your numbers. And like I said, if you make mistakes, don't let it dull your shine and stop you from thinking big, and just continuously, if you work on your mindset all the time and like keep on doing that work, like you will forever succeed. But the minute that you stop doing it, that's when everything comes overwhelming. You get anxious, you don't want to do it anymore. Yeah. So I think like keeping your mindset and like working on your mindset every day puts you in a good position more than anything to succeed, because your mindset is your biggest superpower.
It's like a muscle you got to train. It is, isn't it? What about baby Heather? What would we tell her? She's starting it off.
Nothing's springing to mind, like specifically of, because I can't think of one big thing.
Yeah, the biggest learning you've had.
Yeah, it's just been like a lot of little things.
What about
probably
even
to shut your mouth? Genuinely,
don't say things online.
Exactly.
What's it been like for you having friends, or even like for both of you? I feel like as you get more successful, you either you have your friends, your core friends that stick with you and you're treated no differently, but then you also will have friends that you're becoming more successful than they are, and they can get a bit jealous, or they can, you know, say like indirect rude comments. What's it been like having friends as you've grown? Like, have you got the same set? Have you had people that have been a bit envious of what you've achieved? We're
both similar, aren't we? We've got a small circle.
I feel like I'm so good at cutting people off, and I'm so good at seeing through people. Like, I don't warm to people. Like, I'm not the sort of person, you know, some people, they meet you and it's like, oh my God, best friends. Yeah. That gives me the ick. If someone calls me the best friend after 2 weeks, I want to throw up in my mouth. I'm like, we're not best friends. Like, you have to earn that. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like,
opposite though.
Really? See, I'm not. I'm like, you have to earn being best friends. Yeah. Not like I'm superior, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, no, like, a best friend, I value what that word means. Like, it's someone who's like, you ride or die. You've seen each other's flaws and you accept them because no one's perfect. And you've also seen how like much value each other brings to your life. Not necessarily success. And I feel like success is measured very differently. Like, for me, in my circle, like, you have to bring some sort of value. And it doesn't mean like monetary value or successful value. It could be like just happiness, like positive energy. Yeah. Positive energy is so important to have around you, because I feel like frequencies and vibes, like, they're so important. If you're around people who are positive, you're going to be more positive, and I think that's so important. Yeah. But I'm just very, very aware, because when I was younger, I used to have loads of friends, and I used to feel like shit all the time. Even though I had all these friends, I used to feel like shit. Yeah. Whereas now that I'm older, I've literally got like a very small group of friends. Yeah. And I know that they're my real ones. I know I can trust them with everything, and I know that they do for me what I do for them. Yeah. And I think I'm so cool. Like, I'm not the sort of person, like, you know, if I'm bored on a Saturday night, like, I could message someone random, like, oh, like, let's go out, or do you want to come chill? But I'd rather be by myself than be in bad company, because I don't want to, like, ruin the vibes that I built for myself. Do you know what I mean?
That was really hard for me at uni, because uni's meant to be the time where you socialise and meeting all these people. Yeah. And I remember, especially after locked-in, my friends would be like, oh, come this house party. And I'd be like, no, because I know that people... And also, something I've realised about being like on social media, how shallow people are. It's
everyone wants to be your best mate.
Yeah, but it's absolutely insane, because why are you going to those lengths just to say you've got a story
of
someone who's on social media. Like, who gives a fuck?
Do you have that where you'll meet someone and they'll straight away like take a picture and be like, oh, like spending the day with Heather, or like I'm friends with Heather now, and you're like, no.
It's actually insane. But I've got my close friends and they've been so supportive.
I just think people are weird, and I think a lot of it is because of like the current climate of what we're in. Like, it's harder to get a job, it's harder to make money. So I think when people are doing well, it's either going to bring out a good emotion and inspire people, or trigger people.
The ugly, jealous emotion.
Yeah, and like drag it down.
It's either one or the other.
Yeah, and I think that's why influencers get so much stick, because they are essentially living like a perfect life. Like, they're getting paid well, you get all these experiences, you get to go on holiday like for free or whatever. And then I think that just triggers people, and then they'll go in.
I'm not being funny. Like, I would genuinely be the exact same.
Yeah.
Same with the concert thing. Like, that's why we're doing that box for Ariana Grande.
I love that.
It's interesting for me as like a brand owner and then also an influencer.
Yeah.
And seeing how brands take influencers to concerts. And I've always thought that was really weird.
Yeah.
Why would you not take your paying customers in your community over influencers that you're not that the brand's going to benefit from, but that don't value you,
or that even love the concert that they're going to? You know, it's like those videos where they don't even know the words to it, and people are like, I'd kill to be there.
That wouldn't be me at every concert, because I love songs, but I don't know fucking words to anything apart from Eminem, which I listened to when I was about 12 and I could actually retain information. Like, honestly, there's so many people that I love, and do I know the words? Absolutely not. Do I know the song? Yes, I do.
Happy to be there.
Can I sing them? No, I cannot. Because they just don't go in. My brain's full.
You're there for the vibes.
Yeah, literally.
But I'd be the exact same. Like, if I wasn't in this job and I seen influencers going to concerts that didn't know the words, I'd be like, you fucking...
It'd rile you up, especially if you want to be there.
Annoying.
How do you both deal with the online hate? So, like, obviously you've got your personal brand, Heather, and like hate that you will get, and then you've got like the business hate where it's like, I tried the product and it wasn't good. Like, does it still get to you now? Or, I mean, I guess we're saying it depends on the day sort of thing, doesn't it? Like, does it still get to you now where it hurts, and or you just like, whatever, and you just could delete the comment?
I feel like after a while you become numb to it, because I've separated myself, like who I actually am, from Heather Bowling as a brand.
Yeah.
Because I feel like all influencers do. Them as a person, as a brand, they align themselves with certain things. They have agents that manage their career.
Yeah.
And I just take myself out of the situation. I think, this fucker actually don't know me at all. And they've never spoke to anyone in my life. They've never met me.
Yeah.
They have no idea who I am whatsoever. And also, how weird are you to comment hate on TikToks?
Yeah.
I always say this to Meg, if I seen any of my friends commenting hate on TikToks,
I'd
be like, you're a weirdo.
That's freaky behaviour.
So I always just think, I won't be friends with this person. This isn't someone that I'd hang around.
Yeah.
And then it's also about separating. It's like you as a brand and then you as an actual person.
Who do you think is like Heather Bowling, and who is Heather like sat on the plane seat?
I'd say my brand is very overly confident, out there, extrovert, diva, icon, all them camp words.
Yeah.
But me sat on this little old plane seat. It's just a girl from a small town.
Just a girl with big dreams.
Just a girl from a small town with big dreams. That's hilarious.
I'd say I'm introverted.
Yeah.
Autistic. Really awkward. But also really funny and nice to be around, and a nice person.
Has anyone ever had that before where they've said, I've met Heather and she was a massive bitch, or I've met her and...
Oh, yeah.
How do you do... Or have they, even met you in the first place?
No.
Or were they just saying
and it's one of those as well where I used to get annoyed as well by it, because I'd be like...
You don't know me.
If Heather's in uni and she's just found some fucking shit piece of information out, either personally or with uni, she's stressed, she's in the bathroom, just gone for a wee, and someone's like... She's allowed to have a shit day. And she's allowed not to be like, oh my God, babe, hi.
Yeah, and I think because I have that personal brand of being all like this on social media, when I remember...
People expected to walk in around uni like, diva,
like I remember seeing a comment ages ago, and it was like, my sister's cousin's dog's best friend went to uni with Heather, and they seen her in the toilet, and she smiled at her, and she just walked past. She is nothing like she is online. And I thought, do you know what? I'd probably been grafting my arse off in uni 9 to 5. I'd gone in the toilet. I was probably on my period, and also I genuinely am autistic. I don't pick up social cues. I genuinely do not at all. That was the main thing on my report. And someone smiled at me, and I've just not smiled back. And I've had a muted expression.
Fucking Ariana Grande.
I've got my noise cancelling headphones on, and they've took that and they've ran with it. I've also seen other comments, and I actually screenshot the profiles because I think
if you ever try and come back and be nice and get something and try to be my friend, then
does that happen? Remember. If people like say one thing and then they're like, "Hey, babe, love the product."
A few times, but
we've had that before with the brand as well. To be fair, like people are knobs, and then
it translates over into everything. But there was this one girl, and she said, "I know Heather, seen her around Fallowfield. She's not who you think she is." And I went on her profile, and she commented on loads of videos, like saying she'd met me and blah blah. And I went on her profile, sent it to all my friends, went on her Instagram. I had no mutuals with her. I genuinely like never ever spoken to her in my life. So I've screenshot her profile, and I just think if I ever like bump into you around Manchester, I'm genuinely going to be like, hiya. Like,
right.
What happened here? And it really irritates me that because, but then that's also where you have to separate yourself again and think, they don't know me. People can be shallow.
People just like to have a claim to fame.
People can be that way. So
well,
I probably won't
time
confront her, but I like to think in my head that I would. But I'd probably just run away.
You have daydreams about it where you're like, listen.
No, I definitely wouldn't do that. Okay. I'd walk up to her and I'd go, and just walk away.
Confrontation, don't you?
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of confrontation. But I feel like owning a business, sometimes you have to like have difficult conversations or, with meetings or with team, and it's just, that's where I feel like you've got a character you have to step into.
I'm good at confrontation in business and in my business relationships. But I don't like confrontation within friends. Like I'll still do it, but I feel like it gives me a lot more anxiety. Whereas in business, I wouldn't think twice about it. I'm like, what's happening? And I'll say it. I'm very direct.
And again, it's like, what's the goal we're working towards? Like, why are we not there?
Yeah.
What things now, both of you, do you feel like is the main things that stress you out day to day? It could be like with your brand or with the actual brand itself. Like what day to day gets you where your heart races a bit and you're a bit like, I've got to put this fire out now.
No routine for me.
Yeah. How do you find a routine?
I don't.
But that's hard.
I tried to get into one October, September, like, after summer and that. And I've just realised I can't.
Yeah.
And that's what my job is. And again, I love my job. So grateful for the freedom and like the income and blah, blah, blah. But I'd thrive off routine. And I've just realised, like, because obviously I have Megan and then I have Demi.
Yeah.
And with a business, it's unpredictable. And every day it's like, Meg's like, oh, can you just do this today? Like, oh, I know it's last minute. And then with Demi as well, oh, this needs to be in here. I can't plan my days. I genuinely just can't.
Yeah.
Even if I go away, I still have to do things and sort things last minute. So that's stressful. But then again, I thrive off stress.
Do you think that is like the ADHD a bit, where it's just like, because I'm the same, I leave everything till last minute because it's too overwhelming for me.
Because I've got autism as well. They like counteract each other. So I thrive in a routine. That's why when I was at uni, I'd actually I'd say I was more like focused because I had this from 9 till 12 on a Monday and I had this till, do you know what I mean? It was like set in.
Yeah.
But then again, I do think I thrive off stress and under pressure because of my ADHD. Like I leave everything till the last minute.
Yeah.
So I don't know, I don't mind it, but then it stresses me out. It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah. You're like your own worst enemy all the time.
It's such an interesting job. Like you never know what's coming. You just never ever know what's happening next. And it's really unpredictable. So that can give you a bit of like a sicky tummy.
Yeah.
Then again, very grateful. Don't leave any hate comments.
Let's have a positive space, please. I'm manifesting
no
that.
Zone.
What's it been like having the ADHD and autism diagnosis? Like, what's that changed for you?
It just made so much sense. So much sense.
What are the main, is it called attributes or like what makes you what made you think, oh, I think I've got ADHD and autism? Or did they tell you you've got it?
The internet told me.
Yeah, when she went on LinkedIn.
I had genuinely had
her, like, you have autism,
so many messages saying,
it's like, okay.
Babe, like, have you been diagnosed? Like, I'm watching you. It's like watching me.
Wow.
I got into quite a few deep conversations with some of them, actually, that were like, tell me like how to get diagnosed and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And also my boyfriend noticed it.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, you're autistic, you. And I was like,
yeah. Okay. Yeah. What was it like to be on locked in and to be in a confined space?
Hated it.
For days. Like,
hated it. I think that's why I appeared extremely neurodivergent on there. And even now I look back at it and I cannot believe my mannerisms are like that. And I'll probably watch this back and I'm like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
Because you genuinely don't realise you're doing it.
I sometimes do these and I'm like, I don't even remember saying that.
I know.
I hate watching myself back. Honestly, when I was watching Locked In, I thought, they've edited that. That's not me. Because I think there was at one point and everyone was engaged in a conversation and I was sat there like this. And I was like frowning.
Yeah.
And I thought, what am I doing there?
And other people think that was so rude, but you're like, I wasn't even there.
Not even in head and weren't even in the room. And it was so loud as well.
Did you think it was like a good idea at the start to go in, or and then you were like, maybe not?
I genuinely just wanted to go on.
Imagine we both collapse. That would be jokes.
That would be good.
I just sent it and you've been framed.
My manager said it would be like good alignment for me. But we were just talking about how good it'd be for Bye Babes, Bye Boss Babes at the time, and it was
Last Year Bye Boss Babes.
Last Year Bye Boss Babes. Oh my god, the Instagram actually was called Last Year Bye Boss Babes.
I'm surprised there was enough fucking letters for it.
That is a mouthful. Last Year Bye Boss Babes.
Last Year Bye Boss Babes. Sorry, what?
But I was really motivated to go in, and I'd used the lash serum so much in there, didn't I?
You're like, just get ready.
Yeah, just get ready.
Up. Well, I was putting it on Mikey in there. And they were like,
that was
zooming
a good move,
in.
because that one went on. None of the rest did.
And it did do well for sales, didn't it?
Wow. There was one clip as well, wasn't it, where it like zoomed in on my face where we were having like an eye contact thing, and it went viral in all the comments. Megan must have been up that night.
Yeah, literally.
All the comments. Yeah,
what serum?
She was like, what serum is it? And Megan was replying to every single one.
Yeah,
it's us. Buy here, shop now, $29.99.
While she's on TV, fucking TV, on YouTube, whatever. Yeah, literally the viral video. I'm like, here.
Megan's just grafting.
Here's the link.
Making sure everyone knows it.
Were you nervous when you come out? Like, do you get nervous in case you're like, something's happened while I've been in there, or like I've said something?
Me, and I was like,
I can't, it was such a blur. I remember going on my TikTok and I had something like 3,000 mentions.
Oh, anxiety. I'd get such bad anxiety from that.
It was insane. Oh, do you know what? It turns my stomach thinking of it.
It is weird though, I think, how now this is just normal for you, you know, being out and people say your name or go into events. Like, it's crazy that that's normal. Do you have because I suppose it's the same for anyone that's successful. Like, people might say to you, Megan, like, how does it feel to have this? How does it feel to have that? And you just like, because you want the next thing. You're like, right, well, I've got 1 million, I want 2 million, now I want this, you want that.
It's kind of lucky for me as well, because it's like, I'm so under the radar. Do you know
what
I mean? It's like, I'm literally behind the scenes.
I'd love to be like that though.
So like, I can literally go about my daily life.
Do you feel like you're like, I'd love to have a personal brand as big as Heather's, or do you feel like you like that it's
Sometimes I do, because of the opportunities, and I feel like opportunities you get from having a personal brand is amazing.
Yeah.
100%.
But equally, I feel like you cannot buy peace.
What it's done.
Like, peace is like the best thing. And I remember growing up, my dad always used to say to me, the best sorts of celebrities are authors, because they've got a lot of money, but no one knows who they are.
So
like, no one knows the face.
Yeah.
And that's always stuck with me, because it's great. It's like, to be able to be really successful and really happy and have a lot of purpose in life, but no one know who you are, so you can still do your day to day. Because obviously I see what it's like with Heather. Like, I've been with her before, and people are like, and like to picture, and I think, oh my god, like,
and I'm literally like a zombie after. I'm like,
it's like, very mentally draining of it
for her to even just do anything. Like, it actually is, and it's like, people don't understand how draining that must be day to day. Just genuinely, you can't just behave normally. Like, you can't just go for a walk. Do you know what I mean? Like, you have to be so aware and just so, do you know what I mean?
On
it
it
makes you want to stay
time.
in your house all the time.
What's the weirdest place you've been recognised so far, where you've been like, no, please don't recognise me here?
Weirdest?
Yeah.
I remember I went to Zante, and in the airport, it was like the first people that we walked into the airport at like fucking 4 a.m. or no, it was dead early, but I remember Heather likes to go to the airport dead early. And it was an early flight and I was like, Heather, I'm not doing that. I think we're going to Zante and you've got to get there 2 hours before. And she wanted to get there like 4 hours before, I think it was. And I was like, no, Heather. So she was already like hating me because I'm like, Heather, we're getting there 2 hours before. I was like, no. And I think at the time you were just like, okay. But I remember as soon as we walked through the door and it was like, oh my God, that's Heather Bowling. And I was like, that's just mad, isn't it? Like, just your gals going to Zante.
Where's the weirdest place though? Oh my God. On the way home from Dubai the other day.
Dubai.
Me and Mikey were like sat in the middle row and then there was so he was there, I was there, and then there was another man there, and then there was this man on the end. Must have been about like 50 years old, quite a big guy, bald guy. And he nudged me and he went, is it Heather Bowling? I was like, yeah. And then he showed me his passport and he went, I've never met another Bowling. And his surname was Bowling.
That's hilarious.
And he was saying to me, he was like, I love watching you on socials. I wish you had posted YouTube again together. I was like,
if I saw you online, I would never think you're introverted. Because that's your brand, isn't it? That's how you position it. But I do think a lot of people I've met who are successful either online or offline, because our jobs are so mentally draining that we are quite introverted people.
I feel like it's more just you protect your circle.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I think it's introverted, but it's like, I feel like I'm an introverted extrovert, and I feel like in a way everybody is. I feel like, I feel like everybody who's maybe self-developed is, because it's like, you're extroverted around the right people, but you're introverted around the wrong people. Like if I'm sat with a group of people where we don't have anything in common, like I know that they're not really for me, I will be introverted. Whereas if I'm around a group of people where I feel like all of our values align and we all are like similar with our mindsets, I'll be so extroverted because I feel like they're my people. And I feel like you are extroverted around the people that are meant to be for you. Do you know what I mean?
That's because you can tell when people don't pick up on your vibe. Like sometimes I'll be speaking about mindset or business and someone looks like their eyes are glazing over and I'll be like, okay, I'll just stop speaking about that then.
So what do you get from the shop there?
You sense it on people as well, like animosity.
I think it's such a skill though to have, of being very, very aware of the people in the room and how they feel, and it's almost like overly caring because you're overly thinking about it. I think it's like a good thing and a bad thing to overthink that much, and that's where I have had to be a bit like, let them, people, if I'm in conversations, let them.
I need to read this book, so anyone bang
I had to audiobook it because I'm too busy to read it, so I had to audiobook it on 2 times speed, and then my partner would get in the car.
That's the most Megan thing. I don't have time.
I don't have time for that. Even when I'm watching TikToks, I'm literally like, hold it. I'm literally like, fucking hurry up, girl.
I know, I'm like, get to the point.
Or I'll skip, when someone's doing a video like and they tag Buy Babes in it. Yeah. I know there's loads of other products. I'll figure out in the way that they've commented it which order it'll be in. So once I know that the product before, I'll stop it there just so I can watch that section.
Yeah, I don't have time for this. Yeah, like I'm in the car and like Matt, my partner, will get in up. He's like, so what you're going to do is let them move. I'm speaking at like, how do you listen to that? And I'm like, I don't have time to listen to like slow things.
Like, that's the speed that your brain goes.
Why are you breaking though? Do you know what I mean? Like, why are you breaking and speaking so slow? Just pick up the
Even
pace.
like I'm quite like a, when I'm walking about in Manchester and I'm behind someone, I'm like,
oh no,
move out the way, like everyone just
I'm gonna rush
plods around.
Like that.
Like everything that I do, it's like, sometimes, when you're just getting changed something, it's like,
and
then sometimes I think like, why am I doing everything so quick? But it's like everything I do, it's like when I'm getting ready to go to the spa in my building, I'll literally be like, right, bikini on, right, put this away. And I just think, why have I just done that? Rush? But I just like to do everything with pace. I don't like wasting any time.
Yeah. Do you have either of you much work-life balance or not? Or is it pretty much just you're always thinking about?
To be honest, I don't believe in work-life balance.
No, I don't.
I think that if you want something enough...
That's a Megan sentence, I can tell.
If you want something enough, you devote your life to it.
And I just believe in relaxation.
No, but I just don't, because I just think like if you want something enough, like I agree with like working on yourself.
Yeah.
But I also think if you want something enough, like you have to be like that to be successful. There's no cutting shortcuts. People think that you can do half a job and like expect results. You can't. Like the most successful people are the ones that don't have a day off, but that's why they're successful, because they devote the life, the soul, the energy, everything to it. And it's your blood, sweat and tears. But that's what it takes to become a true success. And without that, you're not going to make it. You can't just do half a job and be like, oh, like it's not happening. Like, because you've not put the work in. Like go and put the work in. Stay up late. Like say no to going out. You can't piss about going out 4 times a week and then, do half job. No, like you've got to devote your whole mind to it. It has to be your focus. Do you know what I mean?
What about you, Heather? Because I bet yours is different, because as an influencer, you're switched on. Yeah. You
like,
can never switch off
my
from it.
life I have to record and it's content.
Yeah.
But that was, oh my God, what was I like in summer? I was having mental breakdowns every day, like, because all the lines were blurred. I think when I finished uni, I had a massive crash because I was like,
what to do now?
Yeah, because, you know, because TikTok was like a fun hobby and now I'm like, oh, like it's my work now.
Yeah.
And my brain,
like I'm not studying for something.
Yeah, and my brain switched it into something that was like a chore. And it's not a chore because I enjoy it. But then I had to like make that decision to separate my business from my personal life, from my life online, and that was me taking my relationship offline and having that in my personal life. That was me getting a work phone. You know, like making all these changes to the lines are still blurred, but some like making some sort of distinction between the three.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, like my personal life and day-to-day life is my work.
Yeah.
It's a really strange job.
Do you get like addicted?
But it's fun and I like it and I'm not complaining.
No being cancelled.
Nope.
Do you have it where like when you post content you're like obsessively looking through the analytics and how it's doing in the comments, or you just like post and go?
Post and go.
I feel like you've never been like that, have you?
No,
That's
never.
really good.
She's not the sort of person like
I never got studio lights until 2 months ago.
And it's probably because I told her to.
Yeah,
I was like, we need to film a really close-up video.
I never got.
And she
I
was
never
like,
even got a
I'll
phone holder. I never even got a phone holder until literally 2 months ago.
I think that's why she blew up, because she's just so authentic. Like she wasn't sat there like if a video didn't do well, it wouldn't be deleted. Do you know what I mean? You know, some people how it's like if they don't get X amount of likes or they don't they delete it, and it's like she just owns it. Like she just owns who she is. She owns the way that life is and the things. Do you know what I mean? And I think that's why she blew up, because she's so authentic like that. Yeah,
because I think now loads of people have these conversations where it's like, are influencers dying out? Because I feel like now it is, people don't want to see just like, here's my outfit of the day and like here's this stuff I've been sent, because there's no reason for you to connect with them. I think the people that are still influencers that are still doing well are really real, and they're like building something on the side and they've got something about them. But I think now if you want to start being an influencer just to be sent free stuff, it's like there's no point.
Influencing has an expiry date. Once you pass the point of becoming unrelatable, where you're earning over a certain amount a year and you have the privilege of being able to get yourself a nice coffee every single day and not think about it.
Yeah.
No one wants to listen anymore, because the whole reason that you gained an audience in the first place is because
you were just like them.
You were relatable and people like seeing people that they can relate to. As soon as you're not on that anymore, why would someone want to sit there and listen to everyone? Why would everyone want to sit there and listen to you bang on about this £2,000 clothing haul? Do you know what I mean? It's like...
Have you got to be quite selective then with what you share, do you think?
Yeah.
Like you don't want to come and be like, oh, I'm so stressed because like I've got to film 2 collabs today. And
yeah,
blah, blah,
no,
people will be like, no, girl.
Imagine. I talk sometimes about the struggle of like the personal life thing and the sacrifice of that. And like I've opened up about my autism diagnosis and stuff, and I've had like loads of nice messages about that. And I want to kind of go into like the educational side, you know, like being on panels and like talking about certain stuff,
like mental health wise or business wise or a bit both.
No, more like women things.
I love that.
She's a girl boss. That was like why I first got an audience.
I was gonna say as well, I feel like that's why Heather was so well suited to like the brand, like with Boss Babes, because I feel like it's crazy because all of my values that I tried to perceive through like my aesthetics brand, like that was Heather's personal brand. So it was like
my alter ego online.
Out of everybody, like Heather was the perfect match for like me, because it's like her personal brand just matches the vibe of the business brand. Do you know what I mean? So it just like aligned perfectly. So it's like it just works so well. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
So if we sort of wrap it up, because I could sit here for many hours, and also, but I feel like we've all got severe ADHD and that kind of happen. Okay, so what would you leave the listeners with in terms of your best, least generic business advice, or if you want to be successful at anything, like not just do it, like something with a bit of depth in it that people could take away.
I feel like I have a lot, but I feel like I've probably said most of it already.
Yeah, she naturally spits out the facts.
But I feel like mine, but it's going to be cliche. It's not really like anything that's like your least generic.
You can give cliche and then talk about why you're saying it.
Well, my life phrase is fake it till you make it.
I agree with that.
Would that apply in a business setting?
Well, I think a lot of it's to do with confidence, isn't it? It's like at the start, like when I was trying to grow my personal brand, I was showing up as like the expert, even though I didn't really feel like it. But because I said it so many times, it became real. So I'll accept that.
That is so true.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, make it till you make it.
Make it till you make it.
Mine would probably just be that your mind is your biggest superpower always. And it is very cliche, but there's nothing more true than that. Like if you work on your mind, you will never let yourself down. Like working on your mind is the best thing that you'll ever do in your whole entire life. Like reading books, hanging around with people who can add value to your life or know something that you don't. Like the amount of times where I've had a conversation with somebody or I've read a book or I've listened to a podcast, like for example with what happened with me and Heather, and it just unlocks something and it's like, oh my gosh, like imagine if I never listened to that podcast that day, we never would have had this brand. And it's like I was working on my mind and by doing that, it gave me an amazing idea, which has led to this amazing opportunity, amazing business, life-changing experience that I've had. And it's like, there's nothing bad that comes from working on your mind. It just makes you feel so good about yourself. And it makes you feel so, like I said, unstoppable and powerful. And there's no better feeling than just feeling like no matter what happens in life, I am good because I've done the work.
And you're your best asset to your business. Like you've got to be at your best. And I feel like even just from following you on socials, I feel like you're always reading and you're looking after yourself, like eating well. Like I feel like because of that, that's why you're a good leader. Because like you're the best. It
is like you have to, you just have to do the work on yourself because it'll give you rewards, really.
I love that.
I did have something else to say, but obviously I forgot.
Ovs. So is there anything you want to promote, leave listeners with? Any new products? You want to sell the product to them? Why should they have it?
I feel like I've got a lot going on at the minute.
Everyone shop our Korean collagen masks right now.
And get ready for our huge Black Friday promotions. We've got loads of exciting things in store.
Why is the lash serum the best? Because I heard you talking about this, how it's not like you just say it's the best. It's actually been proven to be the best, isn't it?
Even though we did it, and like I said, because I speak quite ditzy because I'm blonde, not because I'm blonde, but just because I am who I am.
Yeah.
On the podcast we did in Zante, I was like, yeah, well, it's just like the best because like we had it clinically tested. And genuinely there was a clip of it that went viral from this guy who always clips us. And it went viral and everyone was in the comments like, oh yeah, she sounds legit saying like the best.
Oh, I hate that.
And I was like, bro, like I can't help how I speak. Do you know what I mean?
I say like too much. It is what it
is and I own it, like whatever.
But it is the best, right?
Yeah, so basically when we reformulated it, I went to the manufacturer and I was like, I want the best lash serum and I don't want to stop. And that's why I was out of stock for so long because I was like, no, like we need it to be the best on the market.
Yeah.
So we were having we basically got it formulated and then we had to get it clinically tested to prove that the growth efficiency was better than all the other top brands.
Yeah.
Not naming any names, but everyone knows who they are. So basically we had all of the top brands plus a few other like herbal extracts, herbal ingredients, which would naturally grow your lashes, tested. And I made sure that until ours was the best, we wasn't ready to bring it out. So when we got the results back, ours was the best, measured by the growth efficiency on the cells. I think that's how you say it anyway. I'm not a scientist.
She's a girl. She can't do everything. She's just a girl.
Exactly, I'm just a girl.
She can do everything.
Yeah, she can do everything. I take that back.
But yeah, so we made sure that it was the best, and that's why we say we don't like to slander other brands down, whatever, because that's not what we do. So we just say like it beats it's clinically proved. Let's go again. It's clinically proven to beat market leaders at growth efficiency because it is.
Amen.
Amen.
Any socials you want to promote? Where can people go and follow you if they
at By Babes on Instagram and
at Lash CEO by Boss Babes.
Lash CEO by
at By Boss Babes on TikTok because we can't get the handle of By Babes. So if anyone watching has the By Babes handle, please can we get it? We'll pay you because
and don't scam us.
Yeah, please don't scam us. I've been scammed before. Like no, like please.
I've not been scammed. Touch wood.
I was scammed when I was young of £500 from a trading account, and it was so obviously a fake account. You know when you look back and you're like, how are you so stupid?
How did I fall for that?
But I sent her £500 because she said she could change it into like £3,000, and then I ended up waiting, nothing happened, and then she was like, yeah, you're gonna have to send another 500 for it to work. So then I was on the phone with my dad like, yeah, but what about, because I'm so naive and I like to just think big and think the best in people. But I was like, Megan, don't be an idiot. And I was like, but what about if I do send the £500 and she does send it me? Like, what if that would happen? Do you know what I mean? And my dad was like, Megan, do not send her the £500. I was like, but what if I do though? And what about if she does actually send it me because she's telling the truth?
She's a cup half full girl.
I'm very cup half full. I'm cup 3/4 full. Do you know what I mean?
3/4 full.
4/5 full. It's so full that there's no room. But do you know what I mean? I was like, but then looking back, I'm like, what an idiot. Like, even like a month after I looked at the Instagram page and it was so obviously fake.
Yeah.
I'm like, what an idiot.
So if you've got the TikTok handle, you can just pass it over.
Yeah, just pass
no
it
scams
over,
included.
Yeah, because we really need it. Thanks.
Peace and pout. Well, I'm going to wrap it up because this is giving 3 last brain cells having a chat.
No, actually, I'm like just...
I could speak all day. So thank you so much for listening. If you enjoy, please rate it 5 stars. Go and follow the girls on social media and leave us some nice comments. No hate comments, please. And I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.